Welcome to Unit 3.4. In this unit, we're going to learn about the substitute function in Excel. In our previous lesson, we learned about replace. So sometimes you can use replace and sometimes you can use substitute, whichever one you prefer. Substitute is probably the better of the formula because it's a little bit easier. So we're going to do exactly what we did in the previous lesson, but we're going to be using the substitute function. So let's just double click on our answer here and have a look. And if you'll remember, in our previous lesson, we replaced just the first instance of the comma with a semicolon and then left the rest as commas. So in order to do that, I'd do substitute. The first thing it asks for is the text, which is A2. That's where it's sitting. And it then asks for my old text, which would be a comma. It then asks for my new text, which would be a semicolon. And the nice thing about substitute is it has a voluntary, you don't have to always put something in here, but the instance number. And so I only want to replace the first instance, and so I'd put a 1. If I was replacing the third instance, I'd be putting a 3. So let's give this a try. Equals substitute, and we can once again use our insert function. Where is the text that we want to change? That would be an A2. Our old text would be a comma. Our new text would be a semicolon, and I only want to change the first instance, and OK. And there you will see the first comma changed to a semicolon, but the rest are all commas. Now if I wanted to change all of them, I would just leave that last part off. So equals substitute, we wouldn't use the instance number. Off to insert function. Our text would be an A2, A3 there. Our old text is a comma. Our new text is a semicolon. And now because I want all instances changed, I don't put anything in instance number. And OK. And there you have it. They've all changed from commas to semicolons. In this particular instance, it says diagnosis 1 and diagnosis 2. What I'd like it to say is diagnosis 1 and then secondary diagnosis 2. So let's have a look at this formula. It's saying substitute. There's my text in A4. What is the old text? The word diagnosis. What is my new text? Secondary diagnosis. And because I don't want to change that first word diagnosis there, I'm only going to change this second instance of it. So let's have a look here. Substitute. Insert function. My text is over there. My old text is the word diagnosis. Please be very aware that substitute is case sensitive. If I had typed diagnosis with a small d, and in this particular text there's a capital D, it wouldn't work at all. So unlike replace, substitute is case sensitive. My new text would be secondary diagnosis. And the instance number would be the second diagnosis word. And there you can see it says diagnosis 1 and secondary diagnosis 2. Let's have a look at this example here. Again, just like in the other exercise we did, I want to change the X to the word times. Very simply, into my function. My text is over there. My old text would be the X, and my new text would be the word times and space. And OK. And there it's written full hand. In this one, perhaps I just want to take the X3 completely off. And as you've learned in previous exercises, that two quotations with nothing in between is nothing. So this can sometimes be quite handy as well. My old text would be that. My text would be that. My old text would be the X3. My new text would be nothing. Okay. We didn't put our... Okay, can you see this is a classic example that didn't work, and the reason for that is in this particular one over here, we've got a small x, and in this one we've got a big X. So let's go in, and that's exactly what I was saying just now, is that it is case sensitive. And there we go. And we need to put that also, small x, in our quotations as well. Replace with nothing. And there it's come off, the x3's come off. So remember, it is case sensitive, the substitute function.